He's literally wearing puffy sleeves too.
He's wearing puffy sleeves. It does not get gayer than Hamlet in sleeves.
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
Hello and welcome to the 7th episode of Season 5 of Your Mom's Pahdcast, the only podcast worth walking out on a date with one of Degrassi's coolest girls. I'm Avis.
I'm Caroline.
And today we are discussing Degrassi Season 5, Episode 9, Tell It to My Heart, with TikToker Emily Ann. Hey, Emily.
Hey,
Hello.
Emily.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Are you going to show
thank you for
Cole?
coming.
Okay, do I just go into the poem also?
No. We'll introduce a lot. And I actually have a question,
Go to the
which is,
poem.
did you
Go to the poem.
did you want to show Hole?
I do want to show Hole. Just imagine with your eyes for
It's
a moment.
beautiful,
All of
guys.
those.
It's very beautiful.
Here's all of them.
That's so much Hole.
I'm holding up my knitting.
I have
It's very impressive.
loved your TikToks in the last several days. I always love your TikToks,
Oh
but
my
there's
God.
They're back.
this level of don't give a fuck anymore.
Thank you
That's been
so
beautiful.
much. I think
Mhm.
that a lot of us are in that state of mind at this point with TikTok, especially.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
really have not been able to find it within me to give much of a fuck. But,
Right.
you know, I think that's a little bit of what the world needs right now. So we
Yeah.
can all do
Yeah.
that together and find a little bit of laughter.
Right. No, absolutely. We're all just trying to make it, and humor is a beautiful way to
Yeah.
have fun while we're
Yep.
trying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Dark humor is my favorite thing in the world.
Yes, dark humor and just like silly nonsense humor is my favorite thing. I feel like Jenna
Mhm.
Marbles really raised me, and so I have just wanted to
Oh, Jenna
embody
Marbles.
so much of
Mhm.
how I think she made my life better
Yeah.
as a young person.
I
I
love
also
that.
apologize if I have to mute because of my cats at any point. They're being
No,
really
I
annoying.
saw
right now.
saw the one. Okay, so I saw the one kitty with like the white paws,
Mm-hmm.
the black cat with the white paws.
Yes, he's
that was
right here.
Okay, he's a boy. Okay.
This is a boy. He's Hades.
Hi, Hades.
And
Oh,
he's-
I love your socks and your
He's being
tuxedo.
so
silly right
chunky.
now. He wants to play with my knitting, so
He's like, it's mine. That's so cute. I love the accompaniment. Like, they were just hanging out back there.
oh yes, he's probably going to have a lot to say during this.
Right, like I want to talk about Marco. And
So, Emily, before we
Yes.
dive in, tell us a little bit about like your relationship with Degrassi.
yes.
Oh my goodness. My relationship with Degrassi is honestly fairly new. I started watching The Next Generation this past July with
Okay.
one of my best friends, Mel, who is Canadian and has been getting me involved with all of the Canadian lore. And we started watching it just because it was the summer and we didn't really have anything to do. And I got so obsessed. It was like I was living in the Degrassi cinematic universe. I could not stop fucking thinking about the show. And I kept waiting for the obsession to like go away because
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually, sometimes it does, but I legitimately have not been able to like
You've been
stop thinking
hooked.
about the show. So we watched through all 14 seasons, and then we went to Next Class, and then we watched Degrassi Junior High and High. And we
Love that
finished that
journey.
in November, and then we restarted The Next Generation, and now we are once again on season 10.
I love
That's
this.
beautiful.
I
I love
love
that.
this relationship. This is so cute. You
Like,
guys are like, we're powering through. We're
we
doing it all.
seriously,
Let's
a lot of the
and doing all this
time,
shit again.
we just turn it on and watch it like all day. Like, that is so
See,
much
I'm
of my
not
time.
the
has been
only
spent
one who
watching
watches
the show.
TV like that, okay?
Yeah.
Avis was giving me hell because, like, I made it through, like, all of Grey's Anatomy
Mhm.
in, like, less than a year.
Well, my thing is like, for me, it's impossible for me to actually be like absorbing that amount of television. Like, some of it's background noise at some point, like my attention span. So that's why I can rewatch things, because I will always find something new, because
Yes.
I'm not paying, my attention goes in and out. Like, I've seen Superstore like so many times, and there's so many little
Something
things
new
that you can
every time.
yes. So like, I am that way with Degrassi and shows that like I tried to, as I call, screening it. I tried to screen Yellow Jackets earlier because the new season's coming back. I'm so fucking
I'm
excited.
watching Yellow Jackets right now. Speaking of rewatching, I'm on the last episode right now.
On the last fucking no, I just
Um,
to episode 6, season 2. So I'm trying not to like watch it too fast, because there's still a couple of weeks. But also I'm like, I find myself like drifting away from my iPad. I'm like, no, Daddy, you have to pay the fuck attention.
Yes.
Because everything happens in this fucking
Yes.
show.
Oh my god, seriously.
My trick is, and it doesn't always work because it's like I was never going to get forced to watch Pretty Little Liars. But like, if I'm watching TV by
Don't do that to that
myself,
man.
you had better believe that like I'm also going to be on my phone.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
but if I'm
started
watching,
reading sometimes.
if I
Yeah.
right, if I'm
Yeah.
watching stuff with Forrest, I don't do all that. So like
Right.
I binge watched Only Murders in the Building, but
I
like I only
tried.
kind of watched it.
Right.
And now I'm watching it with Forrest, and I'm like, oh, I missed all of these things.
Right, that's true. S helps me engage with shit. That's true.
Yeah.
Because like, I would not be able to get through Game of Thrones. We have paused on the Game of Thrones, but just because our schedules have changed. But I would not be able to get through Game of Thrones if it was not with her. And so I'm like,
Honey.
I will not
Yeah.
watch it without you. I'm
That's
not
how I
sitting
was
through
with
this
Game of
alone.
Thrones.
I'm
As
not doing
someone who
this.
loves you so much,
We don't need to keep going the game. We
you
don't need to keep.
just don't.
I've heard that it's like, because S really like got into The Walking Dead for a while,
Mhm.
and then she was like, I don't like this anymore. It doesn't feel good. And I was like, that's the same way I felt about Fear the Walking Dead. It's the same shit.
Yes.
There's only so many good ways you can do this before I'm like, please stop.
See,
Dear
but
Lord,
here's the
please.
thing. Here's the thing is that like Walking Dead definitely went through some slumps, but they finished out their last season fairly strong. Not as good as it could have been, but fairly strong.
Yes, I know
Game of
I know
Thrones is
Game of
not
Thrones
gonna do
shits the bed. Right. I was just like, why do you want to
Game of
watch this
Thrones
when we know the
unfortunately
last
shits the bed.
season is just not good?
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
felt so betrayed
That's how
since
people, the L
hashtag
word.
Charles is A.
Oh my gosh.
I've
But
not felt so betrayed.
if we based shows like Pretty Little Liars and the L Word are great examples. If we base these shows on like how bad their last season was, the rest of the really good show, no one would watch.
Nobody. I feel this so strongly for Lost. I feel like Lost was the last show I really heavily fixated on prior to
Yeah.
Degrassi. Like,
That's
I'm really
close to my
disappointed.
brain cells.
Right?
No,
No,
wish
you
I
shows
had
and shows.
watched Lost when it was coming out, because
My
now I'm
family and
mad
I
to
did.
watch Lost.
Yes, I believe it was firmly one of those event shows that like, if you
It
were there when it was
shifted
happening,
humanity.
right.
Yeah.
And like 24 is a very useless show that I would not rewatch, but it was a big fucking deal when it came on. 24 was like, have you watched 24? Like, and it was like, I think it was just literally about, I think Degrassi parodied it, actually. I think
I'm pretty sure they did do
the
a parody
clock
of
at
it.
the bottom.
Yes.
Like 24 hours on the couch. I think they did.
My parents
Like,
were
not good.
obsessed with 24.
Mine were too, and that's literally the only
God.
same thing with Lost. But then my parents were like tired of being jerked around, and they gave up with Lost.
I
My mom
completely understand.
my mom is rewatching Lost I would say
Yes.
a quarter of the time that I talk to her.
It's probably one of the most rewatchable shows I've ever seen in my life.
Is it just because you can't? There's so much to like pick up on once
even
you've
if
seen
you
it all.
actively watch every detail, you will miss things.
You know what I
and
didn't
then
know
find
until
them
recently?
the next rewatch.
You know who's in Lost? BLT.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the others. I messaged my mom the other day and I was like, this guy's in your purgatory show, and she got she gets real mad when I call it her purgatory show.
I
What is
tried
the
to
purgatory
rewatch it
show?
recently. What is the purgatory? No, you go ahead.
Lost.
What's the purgatory?
Okay.
What's that? But like, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that there was something more to that. No,
everybody's like, oh, so they were just in purgatory, and my mom gets real mad about it. It's fun.
she's like, don't oversimplify.
It's not what it is.
I watched it fully once, but that was also when I did not watch shows like I watch them now. And I tried to rewatch it recently, and I was just like, oh my God, this is going to be painful. I think I need a notepad in order to watch this shit.
Yes, you do.
But doesn't it also, like, there's a lot of people I like in it, and that
yes, it's a really good, it's a good cast.
Mercutio from Romeo plus Juliet.
Yeah, and what's her name from Once Upon a Time, Emile de Ravin or whatever.
Yeah,
and that one Hobbit.
There's that one Hobbit. Yes,
there's that one Hobbit, and yeah.
BLT.
What else could you need to know?
You've got
the mom from the Hunger Games is also one of the others. The mom from the Hunger Games. Yeah, so it's pretty great. But
I mean, no one's the boss of you here, but if you could pick a show that's gonna put you in like the most pain, I guess your choices are Suffer in Purgatory, not oversimplification of Lost. I mean,
if I really want to, like,
I'm gonna put The Walking Dead.
Ruin my life, I would just
Game of Thrones,
Heroes again, and not stop at the end of season 1.
Is it really that bad?
It's so bad. It's so bad. After they got hit with the writer's strike early.
Right. You did tell me about that.
Lost was one of those shows, like Lost and Grey's Anatomy and Desperate.
Yeah.
All got extra episodes. So they had a better chance at like kind of fixing shit.
Right.
But a lot of shows did not get that.
I mean, I can't blame the writers for striking.
No,
I won't.
Yeah.
It's a TV show, and if it couldn't bounce back from that shit,
I'll tell you what, though. I don't blame the writers for striking, but I do blame the networks for causing the conditions for the strike, because I do believe that without that particular writer's strike, and again, this is not the fault of the writers, we would not be in the political situation that we are now, because that writer's strike was the beginning of like the rise of reality TV.
TV.
We really didn't have a lot of it before then.
Yeah.
You weren't without it. Like MTV had been doing Real World and Road Rules and the
but
then it just literally
was not
swamped the industry to the point where now you have as many, if not more, reality shows than you have regular TV shows, which is saying something, because there's a lot of fucking TV shows.
A lot of people really liked his reality show.
Oh God, they did, didn't
My mom
they?
watched it.
My parents watched it too.
It's so fucking jarring to watch like an old show and hear them reference The Apprentice on it and be like, they don't even know, dude.
Except
like
for,
they don't even know.
Except for there's a scene in The Office where Michael Scott's talking about like being a good boss and brings up Donald Trump being a bad boss. He's like, you're fired.
Yeah.
This is to motivate people.
Not just to motivate people. Yeah.
But yeah, no, by and large, it's
yeah, I mean, you can definitely, that's a pretty fair point. The reality decline. Like, I obviously we have our guilty pleasures, but I can't with reality TV sometimes. It is such something to like zone out to. Like when I watch The Circle, I really like that show, but it's also like, what am I'm literally watching people play games in a sequestered room while they may or may not be catfishing.
Sometimes I watch like Real Housewives and I will like come to terms with reality all at once and be like, I'm just watching a bunch of women go into a room and sit down and drink and talk. And then they relocate to a different they sit down with their drinks and talk. And
If
then
you
they
haven't-
relocate
with their drinks.
with their drinks and then they talk. And
That's
I
beautiful.
realized that it's really just an episode of Downton Abbey.
I mean, that
Maybe that's what I should check out.
Oh, is it? Where's it streaming?
I don't know.
Prime.
Maybe yeah, it's on
And
Prime.
on the BBC website,
which we can't cancel because Foe's Prime account goes back to like he's had it for a decade at this point. And so it's tied to his Yahoo address. And you now have to use your Google Play account to update your account. Like if you want to change the billing, if you want to cancel it. There is not a way without a Google Play account, but you can't get into a Google Play account that's tied to an account that you opened with a Yahoo account.
dude.
So you're trapped.
Yeah, but I guess that means I can watch Downton Abbey and I'm not going to have to like steal my mom's Prime to finish the binge series.
I'm like warning you, Downton Abbey's gonna suck your time away.
That's fine.
Time? Okay. I thought you just paused on suck. I'm like, suck?
Like, it's
because I'm fine with it sucking my time. Go ahead.
There's just so much drama, like the scandal. It's so scandalizing. It literally will make you clutch your pearls.
I love it. Perfect recommendation. I'm down because I've tapped out of that second season of Bridgerton. So, all right.
No, it's so much better than Bridgerton. Oh my god, I can't take Bridgerton seriously.
Second season of Bridgerton, like, didn't it come out that it was written by AI?
What?
I swear I remember seeing something about that. I'm sure, like, not entirely written by AI, but written enough by AI.
Dude,
I hope not. That would really suck.
I really hope not. That would be crazy if true.
You know what wasn't written by AI, though?
Degrassi, The Next Generation.
I was going to say a beautiful poem, but also
this poem was certainly not written by AI. It was written by our lovely Caroline.
Yes.
And it will be read by our lovely Emily.
And it will be read by me. Our spoken word intro. Roses are red. Marco's still not out at home. And Emma just can't leave this Peter thing alone. Marco is finally moving on from Dylan and has eyes for new student Tim. When Tim's dad finds out Tim is gay, Marco is there to offer some solid advice and support. Unfortunately, he does so in a way that suggests he's come out to his own dad. Over in the B plot, Emma hooks up with Peter under the guise of getting revenge for Manny. Diabolical. Which this is a big episode. This is a big, big episode.
We're all in agreement, right? That like the only reason that she came up with that plan was so she could hook up with Peter.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, of course. She's her daddy was a glassmaker. Emily, you chose this episode. Why did you choose this episode?
I chose this episode, okay, for a couple of reasons. One, because Marco is just my baby. I love him.
Okay.
And I felt like this would have been a really resonant episode for me had I watched this as a teenager, but I did not. Because I was a closeted queer youth in my home with homophobic parents. And like, I had a very similar experience when my parents finally found out. And so I just really resonated with that. But also, I have a like emotional attachment to the Shakespeare theme that they have going this whole arc with him, and so I felt like that was really important.
You're like, I fuck with the Shakespeare.
Especially the theme song just really gets me.
Yeah.
Bring the jaunty Shakespeare Elizabethan music. Like, I love it.
Isn't that like the theme from the Romeo, like
From old school, from
the
like the
movie?
70s, or is it the 60s, Romeo and
If
Juliet? Yeah,
so, I really hope that.
that might be. I love the visuals of that movie. I've only seen it like 3 times.
I
I'll
love
have
the
to watch
visuals
it
of
and find out
Baz
if that's
Luhrmann's
from.
Romeo plus Juliet.
Romeo plus Juliet has amazing visuals.
OMG, we could watch that this weekend.
I have the DVD.
Sick.
We might not be able to play it. I can bring my PlayStation. How much shit am I putting in my car?
At least 2 pounds of sweet Lebanon bologna.
Yes, my mom it's bag secured.
I love your mom.
I love my mom too. I love your mom as well. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty sweet reason to choose this episode.
Yeah.
I think that we've been trashing Marco lately for valid reasons.
We don't.
Yeah,
Okay, here's the
gosh,
thing.
I kind of came in at like a random time in the show for you guys compared to where I am right now. I'm on season
Completely
10.
random. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Here's the thing is like it's the same as like all of the underdeveloped characters. We hate Marco, but it's not his fault.
It's not his fault. They only give us so much to work with, and then when we're supposed to pay attention to him, it's about I'm gay. Like
I'm gay.
There's only so many gay so many gay plots. Okay?
Yep.
This is the gay plot though.
This is the gay plot.
Like,
That's
can I have a plot?
reason.
Can I have a plot where Marco's stressing about college? Or I would like to know how Liberty's pregnancy is affecting Marco.
Marco, right.
Yeah.
Since we get everybody but Liberty's POV here.
Oh my god. Yeah, like I have like an emotional attachment to him because of that role that he plays though. Because there is this moment where Tim keeps calling him his like gay Yoda or something like that.
Yes.
And I was like, somebody had to play this role. It's gonna be Mark.
Oh my gosh.
He has a big weight on his shoulders, and by God, is he carrying it.
He is.
He's gonna get a lot of development.
In like such a like compact, we get a whole like hour on fucking JT and his spiraling and his like drug deal or drug supplying turned like OD. Like I just find it ridiculous how they allocate storylines sometimes. Because let's just tightly wrap up the culmination of like 4 of his storylines.
We did get 2 episodes on Terry's domestic violence, but like they weren't consecutive.
They not consecutive.
Marco gambling addiction that lasted for 1 episode.
But even that is about him being gay.
It's fueled by his needs.
About him being gay.
He literally becomes like a sex worker, like kind of not really because he was coerced.
I blocked that out of my memory.
For so brief because he's gay and he needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's
so is that why
essential gay experience?
This is essentially I always I've many a times been resorted to sex work because I could not afford a shirt.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that you couldn't afford a shirt
because I'm gay. The shirt,
the ghoul are predatory, and either that or poor.
Yes, I'm gay and poor.
I'm gay and poor. I will have sex for money.
That's why Hazel doesn't get anything because they're like there aren't that many storylines about being a black woman.
There truly aren't that we can
You can
say
get
it's
pregnant and
you.
you can have your boyfriend get shot and you can
Yeah.
have your boyfriend get stabbed.
Seriously.
You can also be forced to like apply for benefits.
Yes.
Rely, on the Canadian government.
Wait, did
I
you see that happen?
no. We
I
don't
like that you started beatbox.
See, so they could have given Hazel that.
They didn't.
But it turns out that she's cheating the Canadian government to buy, like, she's spending her welfare money on cute clothes to keep up with Paige because she has to because she's Black.
The only remaining storyline is welfare queen.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. Sorry, Hazel. We're not sorry.
At least Linda decided that was too controversial.
Because we already had a pregnant Black girl. We can't do it again. We just did.
We should have
We did that 2 years ago.
So that we could do that now.
No, actually, she just threw her cap and walked away.
Justice for Hazel.
Justice for
And
Hazel.
Shantae.
And Kendra.
Yeah.
And Liberty.
You think that Liberty gets a lot of storylines, but then you rewatch it and you're like, but she doesn't.
I seriously felt like I had to have fleshed her out more in my brain or something.
Yes, I think right. There must have been
there in moments that I guess she apparently wasn't. But like
swore she was there.
Man.
Swore.
Yeah,
nope.
no. We've gotten 3 episodes about her pregnancy. 4 if you count that one of them's a 2-parter.
Yeah.
And none of them have been about her pregnancy.
Seriously, I was just gonna say that. Like, why do they talk so much about her pregnancy, but not at all about her pregnancy? Like, they wrote in that she just keeps it a secret so that they don't have to talk about it. Like,
right.
We get to see how fucking Danny feels about it, as though any of us care how Danny feels.
No one gives a fuck about Danny.
Nobody gives a fuck about Danny.
Like, we see her rubbing her belly. That's it. We see her reacting to what everybody else is doing. And we don't actually get her emotions.
We see JT and
crashing the fuck out.
Crashing out. Meanwhile, like, Liberty's like, what the fuck is going on?
And like,
no, actually,
honestly, like the whole Liberty of it all, because the way she's completely checked out. She's just like, I don't want to be pregnant. I can't be pregnant. Like, that would have been really interesting. Thank you.
Yes. Like, she is like the overachiever, like the straight and narrow and all of that. Like, it would have been a very interesting, like, it's like they picked her and then wasted that choice. Because you could have got, like, the fact that you have the class president, the, straight A student, like, just
fucking mayor.
Her dad knows the fucking mayor. Like, why wouldn't you utilize getting into her psyche?
Seriously.
Like, give her the Craig treatment. It sucks.
There's so much. The only information we end up finding out about her mom is after she goes to college and she gets recruited for the sorority, and we find out that her mom was in a sorority.
This woman was on screen. We should know things about her.
That's literally all we know.
You're right. And you don't even put the two together, honestly, because we saw her on screen, but like, she doesn't really talk.
Yeah.
It's not like the connection's not really there, in my opinion. It's like, these are prop parents.
But that gives you so much fucking insight. Oh my God.
Yeah, it does. Just like character development, character details.
We can still see how JT feels about the pregnancy. It's valid to explore that as well. I just don't know why.
Why not look at the A and B plot?
Yeah, seriously.
Why couldn't Foolin, like, or not even A and B, but, have their plots split equal? Like, why couldn't we get Liberty too? Why is the B plot that Danny? What is it?
Nobody cares about Danny or his weird friend
or his fucking like
Derek
urge to sign up for a weird class. Yeah, I have no patience for it.
It's choices were made. We've kind of, this season just keeps turning into conversations about Liberty, regardless of whether or not Liberty is.
I completely
We're like,
understand.
this girl was not even in this episode.
I think
really.
Justice for Liberty is the next Justice.
No, it is. It is.
Justice
Yep.
Liberty
Justice for
is
Liberty.
the name of my first roommate who will probably listen to this, so I needed to say that. First and last name is Justice Liberty. I'm
That's
outing her on here.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
okay. Yes. That
Anyways,
reminds me of Poetic Justice.
yes, it is extremely poetic. But yeah,
Not
Justice
as
for Liberty.
poetic, but whenever interesting names come up, I think of it. I used to have a regular when I worked at my dad's cafe whose name was Sparkle Jones.
I really love that.
She was the most beautiful woman I'd maybe ever seen in real life, at least at that point.
Jones.
Oh,
And her name
someone
was Sparkle Jones.
Wow.
carefully thought about that. No,
Man.
yeah, the tangents, they love to tangent, which is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
But
The
Marco,
B plot is a thing.
The
we
B
probably should
plot.
talk about the B
And I mean, okay, so I think my biggest thing is just that Emma, the
Sucks.
fact that she sucks and she's transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And she is like, it's annoying that she gets energy for the scheme when she knows she can see Peter and and feel okay about it because she feels so bad. And
Right,
then
compensating like her hatred of him.
Yes, and then just completely feels deflated when she's like, "Oh, I actually like this guy, so
yeah,
I'm just gonna fall back from the little scheme that you got cooking here," which I've added fuel to the fire to.
And I just don't fucking get it. Like, Emily,
yes,
would you, like, let's say you had a crush on a guy or a girl, you have a crush on a person, and then they sex crime your bestie.
Like,
That's
do
a
you
deal
still
breaker.
have a crush on them, or do you think that
is
that
it,
would...
fellas? Does it? Am I the asshole?
If you're like,
If I get with the boy that sex crimed my best friend because
he was hot. He's so hot.
He was hot.
The sexual tension.
Like, this is a plot that I feel like, I mean, the fact that I watched this episode 3 times in the last 24 hours, and all 3 times, I swear to God, I like blocked 90% of this B plot from my memory because it's such a tremendous Emma flop moment.
So
like,
it is
by far one of the peaks of her flop era.
Yeah.
And
Emma
I
Peter...
think that,
No, go ahead, sorry.
oh, I just think that this, like, Emma's life is a B plot.
Oh,
this
snap.
moment, I feel like. She's the human embodiment of a B plot in this arc that she's currently in. And I really feel like the picture she takes of Peter in his weird little sad shirtless form as she's leaving is really like a summation of how she's doing in this moment. Like,
she could have painted that picture.
Yeah.
For the pixel quality.
It was all we had then, and we loved it.
I first of all did not. I didn't actually get a phone that had a camera in it until an iPhone. So my phones were worse than this. Like, consistently. But no, I don't. I feel like we're supposed to feel sorry for Emma. I don't. You think because she's suffered and hid her crush for 2 episodes or something that I'm supposed to... No, your brain should turn off any any desire to be with this guy. Even if you're attracted to him, we can't help who we're attracted to. But the fact that you are still like, why are you can't... His a personality.
I just like,
I don't know.
Here's my thing. It's like, you know, I've said it before, like, the Emma Peter thing is the thing that for me just makes Emma unforgivable, right? Because I am able to, like, as an adult, look at these situations and be like, these are children experiencing XYZ trauma, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But And I would maybe be able to say, like, look, the shooting's still not even a year away yet.
Mm-hmm.
She literally had a gun pointed at her.
Yeah.
Like, she could still be spiraling. And I
Mm-hmm.
could have sympathy for that, if not for the fact that we have consistently, since season 1, seen her being a shitty friend to Manny.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it feels like
if this were the first time, I would probably be like, she is a traumatized child. And
But
that is still true.
She is a traumatized child, but it is also giving, I am going to fixate on the one guy that I cannot have because you have forbade it.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all it's giving, because like there's really.
And being traumatized doesn't automatically make everything you do as a result of that forgivable either. Like,
No, not at all.
The fact that it not only happened once, but like it wasn't just a spur of the moment, my chemicals in my brain are imbalanced, I'm making a bad decision moment. They continued to pursue a relationship with each other for a long time after that. And she like forced Manny to be okay with it, which is so shitty. Like, it's so fucked up.
She was like, how about you focus on this eating disorder instead?
Yeah.
Here,
Like,
Manny, you wanted to
why
dump
don't you
the
focus
lumps.
on this eating disorder? Crazy work.
Yeah. It's definitely unforgivable. It's definitely I know that she's a teenager. It feels calculated. And
It
it's
feels
like
calculated. And again, even that, like, if not for the fact that she's been so consistently, I feel maybe not since season 1, but since season 2, since Craig asked Manny to dance, Emma has had like not a full blown, but there is hatred that she carries for Manny.
She's a hater.
And other women for
She's a hater, yes.
Like, she's not a girl's girl.
She is not a girl's girl. She is the ultimate fucking hater.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the only girl that she consistently does not go up against is Paige, and that's because she probably thinks that she can't. Even though Paige has shown like a lot of vulnerability with Emma. Like to Emma, it's right. Isn't it weird how much like Emma has gotten the like vulnerable side of Paige Michaelchuk?
Yeah.
She has really caught her at a disadvantage enough times, especially with the Rick thing, that Emma has left feeling like, okay, I am the one who's leading this shit. I'm the one who's running the show. So I feel like that's probably why she doesn't butt heads with her or player hate on her in the same way, because like maybe she feels like, okay, I've already kind of like won this tango. Like I already kind of lead this band, so I don't need to worry about what like derailing Paige or like hating on Paige or secretly having that relationship where I'm smiling in your face, but I actually fucking hate you.
Right.
And it's not that I don't think that she loves Manny in some way. I think that she does. And I think that that's probably some of why she feels guilty. But I also think that that's not entirely why she feels guilty. She feels guilty because she knows she's wrong.
Well, and I think like not across the board, but I think it's not uncommon for that kind of like we've known each other, we've been best friends since preschool. Like those can end up being beautiful lifelong friendships. They can also be real fucking toxic.
They can be so toxic.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the memories must be long. Like, she remembers every single thing that happened between them. And, like, there's some shit that she still hasn't gotten over. That she's just carried on and moved and, like, put a Band-Aid over it.
And it's also, like, when you're that close, like, you know, I don't think Emma ever really spent a lot of time in the Santos household.
Oh, yeah.
Manny spent a lot of time, I'm sure, in the Nelson and the Nelson Simpson household.
Yes.
And
to the point where they're having girls' night with Spike. Yes.
Right. And so I think that like there's probably a degree to which the competition started before Craig. The competition started with Spike.
Yeah,
I would think so. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like attitude and like emotion that she gives Emma, or that Emma gives Manny, because of like the perceived competition of like her mom. Like there's always going to be something that these girls are competing over, and I hate that like the competition is so roused in like in relationships with I don't know if it's
what's frustrating is Manny's not competing.
Manny's not competing. Manny doesn't even know. Okay, but like
know that there's a competition.
No,
that's the thing is like sometimes it's two-sided where it's like, okay, we're doing a little dance and a tango, but Manny is a very earnest person and she doesn't that's kind of what makes it so sad is she's taking when she's like, oh, okay, I know how we can get Peter back, and like he's got to like, you know, whatever for what he did to you, he needs to pay. I'm just pissed off that he hasn't gotten his fucking due yet. And it's like, it's shitty that she does not even think that any of that is disingenuous because of how much she's so trusting of their friendship, because she would never. That's and like it also extends from her like really just wanting to. I think she just blindly loves Emma because that's one of the only friendship or like relationships in her life that she can do that. Where she can just like I know you're not gonna hurt me. Which every time I think about Manny, I think about her like saying like, why are you trying to hurt me? Like it's so sad. Like the way that she phrases shit. Like all she wants to do is be embraced.
All she wants.
She just wants to be like welcomed in. And like sometimes Emma does that and she does it better than anyone else can. But sometimes Emma is literally the worst person on earth to her.
Yeah.
And that is, and I feel like it doesn't, like the good cannot outweigh the bad. Like that is, it's fucked up that she like, is like, oh, I'm going to help you get back at him. And then like fired her up on this. She was not thinking of a revenge plot. Like Manny was just literally trying to make sure you weren't getting harassed by him.
Yeah,
that's what fired her up.
Like she was just trying to be a good friend.
She's like, is he harassing you? Like he's fucking with you because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like
she was valid for assuming that would be what he would do because he has a pattern of doing that. Like
and what other reason would her best friend and literally the guy who sex crimed her be talking about if he was not accosting her and you know, berating her and harassing her?
Yeah.
She is so pure and she has such an innocent view of things.
Yeah.
That's
man.
She don't even know. Her biggest hater she shares a room with.
It's so sad. Yeah, dude, seriously, like, I feel similarly about Emma. Like, I know she's a teenager. I feel like I have to say that before I say any opinion about a character on the show. I know they're a teenager, but like, fuck Emma a lot of the time. She makes me so mad. And she reminds me, I think the reason is how much she reminds me of the people who bullied me in high school. And they were always everybody's favorites, but I knew what they were actually doing. And I feel like so much of the time that's what Emma is like for me. Like I do not trust her. I do not trust her. Right. I would not trust her if I met her in real life.
She's good at putting on a front, but she is very but if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you fucking know.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, you better stay the fuck away from her. Because
and
she's
everybody's like,
scary.
what are you talking about? I love her. She's great.
Oh, well, Emma can show her little, like her little horns under her little blonde bouffant that she's wearing, her little that she's wearing right now. Yeah, I can't. That she's so she is very convincing. She is exactly one of those people. It's like, I swear to you, she is the worst. She just knows how to make it so most people don't know.
Yeah.
Like, most people don't know that she's the worst.
If you haven't been previously betrayed by someone like that, then you're not actively looking for it. But, like...
that's true.
She has the facial expression, and I could just see it. Like, I don't know.
Some of the things that she said, even just trying to be like have witty banter with Peter is like shitty. Like she's mean. She's not a nice person.
No.
Like
she's just an asshole.
She's just an asshole.
And like hopefully she grows out of it. And like, yes, she is a traumatized child, and a lot of this shit, while not excusable by trauma, is explained by trauma, and I could have empathy for. It doesn't change the fact that she's also a fucking asshole.
She's an asshole.
Yeah.
Kids can be assholes sometimes.
Kids really can. Kids are just small people.
For long enough. I can attest that some kids can be assholes.
Yeah. I treat them like yes, they learn it from someone. I treat them like they're just small people because that is literally all they are. One of my kids today said, "I'm going to whoop your ass" to another kid. And I was just like, head in hands, like, because now that kid has heard it.
Yeah.
And they're like, what does whoop your ass mean?
Yeah.
I know it's bad. I know what ass. I didn't mean to say it. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not explaining this to you. It is entirely possible for a child to be the worst.
Yeah.
Definitely. But like also the kind of asshole that Emma is, I think that's just who Emma is.
I think it's just who Emma is too. She's coming from a deep place.
Spike is that kind of person.
Spike is not. Spike is very repressed. Spike is like a lot of her really hard feelings she has when she's by herself looking in the mirror, or maybe not looking in the mirror because it's too much right now. Right. The way that she was thinking, and she was like, I can't believe I made this mistake a second time. She didn't realize Emma was in the fucking room anymore. Yeah. Like, she's completely talking to herself. Yeah. She's spiraling by herself. Like, Emma's not that way at all. And you're gonna fucking know about it. When Emma's pissed off, everybody's gonna know.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Like, she gets that from her dad, for sure.
Oh shit. Okay. No, actually, a lot of the characterization of Emma makes sense if you look at Shane McKay. She does act a lot like Shane McKay. Just girls can't act completely like that because you'd be called an asshole. You'd be called a dick outright. Shane McKay didn't care because he was a guy. But like Emma's got to be like coquettish, and she's got to like disguise it a little bit.
Superiority about it. She's like,
but
really
the swagger,
fucking like pious, almost, but like loud about it.
I don't. Definitely watching her dad. That's true. We have the tapes,
and I guess that's just fucking nature because.
He's just an asshole like your daddy.
Also reminds me a little bit of Liz, and I feel like
she's an asshole. She is very cause girl like Liz. She's very I'm going to fuck your rights in defense of whatever my cause of the week is.
She also she like morally postures herself above everybody within
and who are we to know how much time Emma spent with her? That was like she was around. Liz was around.
Didn't Liz deliver her? No, Liz did not deliver her. She was not a midwife.
No, she delivered Jack.
Yes, okay.
She delivered Jack, and she was around when, like, for the baby shower, and like we presume to know that, like, it's assumed that they've hung out before. Yeah, like just Liz and Spike, since they're close enough for her to fucking deliver her child without seeking out other sort. Like, I don't really like this chick from high school, but like she's a midwife, so
I might as well.
She's like in my DM. She was like, "Hey, girlie, heard you're pregnant."
Like, and I was like, "Fuck it, why not?" I don't need to
want a home birth.
Yeah, no, that if we just smash Shane McKay and Liz together, I think that works for me, for Emma's characterization, because both those characters really they're really not great characters.
Yeah.
Liz has her moments, but like she has like one moment.
Is it when she's harassing Heather or Erica about her abortion?
No, I meant what redeeming moment.
Hopefully Liz
Because she has
off-screen character development.
Right. She has a gang of terrible moments.
No,
Like,
she's like,
she's a
holy
gaggle,
shit.
if you will.
She's a hardcore pro-life midwife.
It's crazy. Crazy.
This is
The character
crazy
with the
work.
Chelsea cut. A pro-life stance.
Despicable work,
fuck
young
was
lady.
that?
Just wow. That when you lay it out like that. When you
Either
lay it out
being
like that.
really unaware or being so fucking
So
aware
yeah,
and just
locked
stating
in.
on like how performative Liz's punk shit is.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah. And
That
I mean,
haircut's so
even putting both those characters and their worst moments together, they still aren't as suckish as Emma. So
Yeah.
it helps, but you know,
Because neither of them
Emma was also pro-life.
Yeah.
like
Pro-anti-abortion.
if she was just
She
some
was-
stranger, I'd be furious. But she's my
What
best
the
friend.
What
that will forever be the
hell?
dumbest stance ever.
Like I just want you to
Crazy.
I just want you to think about that. Just think about like all of the parts individually, and then put them together. And do you still want to say that?
Right?
Like, what about her? Like, just cut out like everything before the rest of what you said, because like, what about her? What about Manny? It's her body. Like,
Right. You
cut out the
right.
if she was some stranger, I'd be furious. But she's my friend. Cut it. It's her choice. No qualifiers. No qualifiers. Okay. No. But yeah, that will like probably be my top reason why a 13-year-old or 14-year-old sucks and will forever.
It's my 13th reason.
Right.
Yes.
She's just like, damn it, Emma. That's it. You done did this shit now. But yeah. I think that it's funny that the thing that Emma like bonds over Peter with is the fact that his dad uses the room that he stays in as a storage closet.
know!
Like, is that wow? You have
That was
no
the
private
moment she
space.
realized. Wow.
Like,
Well,
oh,
also,
this has become like serious because now I identify you as a person and not just
Yeah.
a body part.
Oh,
like, what?
I have empathy now. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe Peter and Emma are perfect for each other.
Oh, they absolutely
yeah.
are.
Match made in hell.
But
Like, yeah, they should have ended up together.
Don't
what the
taint
fuck?
Spinner with this nonsense. Spinner has at least, you know, a growth arc.
Poor
Multiple
Spinner.
growth arcs.
He has the
But yeah.
best arc. But we don't
Yeah,
want to
no,
be on
they-
another tangent about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
not important, but one of my notes was, why is Emma so bad at selling tickets? Because it was really bad.
Yeah. She's
It
like,
was like
"Take
no
it." And
charisma.
I love this the way they chose to shoot it. That like she's like a little fish in a big pond,
Yeah.
and everyone's ignoring her like overhead. Everyone's just streaming past her, and
It's-
clearly Peter just picks the girl that he finds the most attractive, and he's like, "Hey,
Hey,
want to sell some tickets?" The girl gives him all of her lunch money.
this was
Now she has nothing to eat.
the precursor for her Purple Dragon extravaganza.
Oh god.
Mhm.
This was when she realized, oh, I can only sell things if I take my clothes off.
Was cemented here.
Yes.
Do we really want to watch every episode of Digress?
We've yeah.
I know we made a
Yeah,
promise
we did.
a long
I
time
mean,
back.
the fact that it's just there are going to be episodes like this. It's not. I feel bad for Manny in this situation. I feel bad for Manny. I don't feel bad for Peter. I don't. It's gonna take a lot for me to feel bad for Peter, and him being in his dad's house where he doesn't live.
Yeah.
He just goes there
Because his
on the
dad's out of
weekend.
town, so he can have parties.
Yeah.
Right. So like he lives
So
with
why
his
do you
mother.
care?
So why is this is not like Mrs. H has him sleeping in the fucking
Yeah.
storage closet like Harry Potter. No, his ass has a bedroom at home
Also,
with more of those cheap like weird ass like titty posters.
Your dad's probably got like a sick ass bedroom, so like just take your shorty in there.
No, actually, I wish I could
Seriously.
take you somewhere nicer. I'm
Like
pretty
my
sure,
dad's
like
bedroom.
my dad's bedroom. If honestly, unless his dad had pictures on the bedside table, how is she gonna know?
Yeah.
Is
She-
Emma really gonna care? She doesn't care.
Emma
that
was
She's
like,
in a van with Jay. I don't
and
think
she's
she
like
cares
already
now.
violating Manny's her friendship with Manny in this. Was
Yes.
she about?
Yeah, there's no moral code happening.
No.
Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck. It's more that she actually found out something about Peter, and now
Yeah.
she can't just treat him like an object anymore, which is
Yeah.
like, girl,
Embarrassing.
Now she's really in love.
it annoys me the way that you like when your humanity just like peekaboos out. Like, what the fuck is wrong
it's
with
like,
you?
I don't even feel. It's weird that that's what made her feel bad
Yes.
for Peter, because he literally, like,
Yes.
she knows his home situation. She
Mhm.
knows that, like, he has
His
parents
dad
that will
doesn't give a fuck
pay
about
for a
him.
whole fucking loft for him to live in if he so needs. Like, dude, he has a dad that will just buy him a fucking convertible, and like every single thing that he does that deserves consequences will get him a slap on the wrist.
Right.
Why
5
is he
years
saying that he
detention for
is
sex crime.
banished to a basement? Like,
If he deserves to be banished to a basement at minimum.
I don't
I
want
mean,
it
just
to be
the end takeaway is just that Emma is now locked
Emma's
into
just
Peter and is
looking.
gonna find a way to have him.
Yeah.
And then Manny's just going to be forced to swallow that betrayal because she
Yep.
lives at Emma's, and it's that or be homeless.
Manny deserves better. Like,
He deserves so much
she
better.
deserves so much better than what she gets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really
And I know
glad
we
Jay
all
treats
make fun
her
of
with
her.
such respect in the end, finally. After not doing that at all for the entirety of his arc. I presume, I tell myself that he turns into a good person that treats her well at the end of all of this.
I think that, like, they probably grow together for a couple of years and they both become something closer to the best version of themselves.
Mhm.
And then I think they probably split fairly amicably at some point. I think at some point, like, that runs its course. They've done the growing that they can do together.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
No.
I love hearing everybody's personal headcanons for what happens to everyone after. It's so much fun.
It is. It is. All I know is
Wow.
Alex is going to be okay. And
Alex
guess what
is gonna be
episode-
okay.
Yes.
I don't really have anything else to say
I don't
about
have anything
Partha.
else.
So,
Wow.
a plot?
A plot. This is a crazy, crazy moment for Marco.
It really is. Yeah, no, this is wild. And yeah, like, Avis, you did theater.
Mm-hmm.
I also did theater.
It,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I-
So most of my theater was like musicals.
Not
but I
straight
did a
plays.
couple straight plays. But yes, I have a soft spot for theater kid core. And this is some theater kid core shit. Who among us has not, like, witnessed on stage
coming
coming
out.
Coming out
Event.
moment.
Yeah.
I mean, Shakespeare was known for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My senior play was called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged. So it was obviously a comedy, and it was trying to fit all of his works into a one show, and very funny. We had our Romeo and Juliet part. I think it was gender bent. Just to throw the real whatever. But Hamlet, I remember the guy who did the part from Hamlet, and he took it very seriously.
And
So
then
it's
to his dad.
like, I've got something to
Then he-
say,
yes.
Dad. If you're watching, Tyrone, hey. Well, listening, Tyrone, hey, you ain't watching shit. But no, I think that it's the perfect venue for Marco to finally be like, I'm on stage. You can't run away from me now.
And it's really sad that that's how he has to do it, especially because
Yeah.
Papa Del Rossi already knows the fear in that man's
does.
eyes
Yeah.
when Marco is like,
He
well,
looks
guess
like,
what,
yeah,
Dad?
he's been cornered and he doesn't, he truly doesn't want to engage with, and I think that that's probably a reaction that you don't see out of like particularly like men. And I think it's a refreshing take, is like he knows, but he is so frightened to have it confirmed that he would rather physically run away from the shit. Like,
Yeah.
Well, no,
he's
I'm
like, I'm
talking
trying
about
to escape.
breakfast. I'm talking about it. I don't know if he's talking about Cousin Lou, or maybe it's dinner, and Marco's like,
No, it's breakfast, and Marco's saying how he wants to be a social worker, and he
yeah.
was like talking to himself and everything. Yeah, you mean like the subtleties, like him saying like
When he says the thing about like raising a homosexual is a
it's
failure,
failure.
and Marco's like, well, what if I told you?
Yeah, he almost
Yes. Oh, right. And then his
out all
reaction. Yes.
Del Rossi's eyes in that moment.
Yes.
Like he knows.
He
Yeah.
knows. He knows. And
Well,
it's,
and
I
Mrs.
mean,
Del Rossi also, like, they clearly both, everyone
he
knows, and
came
no
out
one's
to
saying
Mama
anything.
Del
Oh yeah,
Rossi.
she already knows.
But Papa Del Rossi's like, we are like the United States military, son. Don't ask. Don't tell.
yeah. No, he's definitely like, he doesn't want to hear it. He does not even want to give him an opportunity. And like the look on his face is very much like he is panicked.
Yeah.
He is panicked. And yeah, it's giving, I want to scare you back into, if you're tiptoeing out of the closet, I'm going to scare your ass back in.
Do what you gotta do, but also get a wife, and I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, I mean, that was something mentioned at 6 Feet Under when Rico's like, so if men have to do that sometimes, okay, they do it, but they still stay with their wives. They're still a man. He's like, I'm a man. And, you know, there's a whole big whatever. But it's like, is that truly what you think is the best option for a man who, like, why would you want to do that to a woman who thinks that she is in a relationship with a man who does not desire anybody but her?
Right.
Like, that's fucked up.
It's
Anybody who agrees with that shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of what it's giving. Like, do what you've got. Like, whatever the truth is whatever the truth is. But I want my grandchildren. I want you to live the life that I expect you to live.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, at least have the decency to like find a lesbian in a similar situation and have
transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like don't bring someone who thinks that this is their life authentically into a situation like this shit. Like, it's multi-layers of fucked up.
It is so, and there's so much of that shit in the church I grew up in too. Like, it's way more common than you think. I feel like that's also part of why I resonate a lot more with the characters that have those big coming out moments, because, and I realize now as I've gotten older that this was not the experience of a lot of people, but I was so suppressed in my household that I grew up in. Like, it was my dream to be able to say the words out loud that I am queer and have people like even just acknowledge it. And so, like, because I was expecting the reality of my life to be in one of those relationships. And, like, once my parents found out, they very much reacted the same way Papa Del Rossi reacted. And they were like, well,
Yeah.
you know, like, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And
No fucking sympathy.
yeah, it's fucked up. Like,
Yeah. It is fucked up. I think that the biggest thing that I noticed is how he is just willing to kind of silence Marco in favor of everything just being how he thinks it should be. And that's kind of why the episodes that Marco has talked about coming out to his parents have been so repetitive. Because I really do think that the characterization of his dad being so like, I would rather literally jump off a fucking cliff than discuss this, than hear this. And like the avoidance is so strong that like Marco even avoids it. Like Marco would tries for a while to like in the same tactic to just like not acknowledge it. But like he does not have that luxury.
After he gets jumped, he's like, I'm just not gonna be gay.
Right. Spinner's like, take my advice. Don't be gay. You haven't done anything yet. You have not gone full gay.
You have not gone full gay.
There's still hope
time.
for you. Yeah. It's a shame that it takes Marco literally like cornering him. You know, in a way that he can't
escape.
He cannot escape, at least for the moment of him watching the play. And he takes that moment and he's like, I'm gay, Dad. Like, I'm tired of this shit. I built like too many rooms in that closet. Like, I was in there too long.
Yeah.
I'm ready to come out.
And it's so interesting also because, like, Papa Del Rossi also puts so much emphasis on how important his pride is and how scared he is of not just having a gay son. It's not having a gay son that he's afraid of. It's the embarrassment and the public shame and ridicule. And in turn, that comes back to bite him in the ass when his son publicly comes out to him. And that part is not what brings him shame and probably ridicule from a lot of people. Is the fact that he runs out of the fucking auditorium. Like, everybody sees him publicly reject his own son.
Yeah.
And why is that not
he gets publicly humiliated anyways.
Right.
Like, he should be embarrassed and ashamed of that.
Right. Now the whole, all these people here know the state of your family.
Yeah.
Know what's going on in like one of the most private things that your son could ever tell you. He chose to tell you publicly because that's the only way you're going to hear it. And you proved why he was forced to do that. Like, it's very clear that this is the only venue he has.
Yeah.
To make sure that you hear it. And the fact that he leaves, it is very powerful. It speaks volumes. It's like, you are worried about images and how things look and like all of this, but like, you made the biggest statement by walking out. And everybody's gonna be able to like think about that whole situation. Like, he really must have not been able to tell his dad until then, and then his dad walked out. Which is exactly the situation. It's fucked up. But like, at least Paige and Craig are there. And I love their reactions of being so proud of him.
Yeah.
Of being like, that's my baby. Like, and I needed somebody to do that. Like, I think we get a brief shot of Mama Del Rossi, but like, it's not, I don't think that it's what I wanted, because I really just remember Paige and Craig like looking at each other and like like basically being like,
they're
I'm
like,
really
look
proud.
at our boy. This is
Look
our
at right.
son.
We did this. Like, he's all grown up. Like, look at him. And it's a heartwarming. It's like how your friends can really save you at this age. Like, his dad is just not what he's not there yet. Yeah. And it's nice that someone is looking and like acknowledging what a big deal it is for Marco to do that, and like being proud of him and giving him that space of like, this is a big deal for you. And like, we're just proud that you're here. Like, you know, Craig was never really bigoted, but like, he's even coming a long way with like about to kick somebody's ass for shoving
a stranger.
Literally a stranger. And I know that it's probably thrown in there, so we're gonna be like, oh, Craig is a good guy, but like, I don't know, I don't need more evidence that Craig can be a good guy. I think that that's probably why I'm frustrated by a lot of Craig's bullshit, because I know he's a good guy.
Right. That's the thing, is like, Craig is by and large a good guy. He's not good at relationships.
No.
He's really, really bad at relationships.
Really, really bad.
And he has a
coke problem.
Fucking mental. Well, he has a coke problem. And he has a mental illness that he's only just discovering and like learning to cope with.
Yeah.
like, I don't know that he'll ever be good at relationships, but I think that Craig probably ends up being a pretty decent guy.
Yeah. Well,
Unless you
he
date him.
comes back in like next class.
Does he
I
come
bet
back in next
he
class?
comes
I
back
know.
as a music
I'm
judge in
yes,
next
he's
class.
Yeah.
yes. Yes,
So,
and so does
I
fucking
think he turns
Peter.
out.
Does he
turns
have
out
sex
okay.
with more
Peter?
grade 9s?
Peter? No. Peter
Peter's
definitely
ass.
crosses fucking boundaries.
With Maya, like
With
what is
Maya.
wrong with
Like,
you?
disgusting. He
And
deserves prison for 1,000,000 years. Degrassi jail.
Under the
Degrassi
jail.
forever.
Yeah. No, it's not like, yeah, Craig should definitely just like quitted on the relationship efforts for a number of years. But he is a good guy. I don't know why I like that moment so much of like him ready to like throw ass down over a fucking stranger. But then, you know, Marco, I don't, one thing I understand why Marco steps into this role of like the gay Yoda, but it's also like, Marco, this is not you. You would love to be this authority on gayness, but you actually feel quite unsure in a lot of the movements that you're making as a gay man or a gay guy. He's not a man yet, quite a gay boy. I just think that it's like, you know, of course, Tim is like, oh, you acted very well. I don't think that it was like him acting necessarily. I think that that's who he wishes he was.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's a thing of like you always like you give better advice to other people.
Right.
Like you
then
right yourself, and it's because you know the problem. You spend a lot of time figuring out how to fix it. Like Marco's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's just that he's
not taking his own advice. Yeah. Yeah. All these things are theoretic. All the advice that he's giving is good advice, but it's also untested because a lot of advice comes from experience. That is why a lot of people ask people for it, because if you've been through this, that's why anybody's like, before they'll take parenting advice from you, they're like, do you have kids? Because if you don't, you have no fucking idea what I'm going through, and you can tell me nothing. And I personally don't think that that's true. I think that you can give advice without experience, but I don't know that the advice, like, I think that having the context for the advice that you're giving helps that advice be more sound. Because this is the ideal versus this is what happened and what I was able to achieve. Because it sounds really good, Marco.
It does.
And is that somewhat of what he ends up doing, like sitting his dad down and just saying it? But like, sure. But then you're also not taking into consideration what the other person is going to do in that situation. And I think that maybe that is why it's like, okay, his advice sounds too good. It's like he didn't have this experience with another person. This is just happening in your mind.
You don't fucking know Tim. You don't know Tim's dad.
Like, you don't know Tim from a can of paint.
Are you giving? If his dad is that bad to throw him out onto the street, like you clearly went into
his
this
dad's
not
a tyrant.
knowing anything about what his home situation was like.
It's giving Ashley when like Craig's dad is trying to get back into his life, and Ashley's like, I don't know, he seems nice. Like, I mean, it's obviously not that, but that don't know what you're talking about. You could be sending someone into harm.
Yes.
And you haven't even come out on your own.
Right.
And like, I feel like Marco knows like his dad may disown him or kick him out even maybe, but he's not going to like beat the shit out of him because beating the shit out of him isn't a thing his dad does.
Yeah,
Do you know whether or not that's a thing Tim's dad does?
You don't know Tim
from a can of, and you don't really ask like, what's your dad like really, or anything to like help you, give him advice.
Mhm.
Literally, all your dad's gonna do is run away from you, Marco. And not that that's not devastating, because it
It's
is,
humiliating.
and humiliating because it is. But it's also not like a threat to your physical safety,
Mhm.
your needs being compromised because of this conversation, or any of that shit that we can't, that we don't even need to spitball
Yeah.
about. Like, any of the many ways that it could go wrong if you're
Mhm.
not even asking, hey, like, if what, like, something bad happened or something inconvenient happened to your dad, like, how would he respond?
Mhm.
Like, is he gonna be level-headed about it? Like,
Or,
is
like, beat your ass for leaving a ring on the coffee table.
right.
Mhm.
Right. Like, what would the, like,
Ever come at you with a golf club.
Yeah.
have there been golf clubs involved in your interactions?
It's so interesting that he wants to become a social worker in this episode, and
in
has
this episode.
in this episode.
No, actually.
Isn't at all shocking to me. He just
yeah.
got back from Africa,
Right?
Yeah.
His whole personality,
and he's
yeah,
like,
global.
yeah, no,
Our global whatever words they were using, like, when people would go over and build things in a country in Africa, and they're like,
Mhm.
global tourism, we're all global citizens.
Global
And
citizens.
that, all that shit, it's like, and I
My-
mean, not that we are not, but, like, I don't know, that is a lot of toxic rhetoric.
my favorite is, I guarantee you that Marco has so many pictures of him playing soccer
Yes.
with, like,
He
orphans.
was commandeering that camera to take
Yes.
this, like, he's turning it on, like, let's go, like, I'm getting all the footage. Yeah, no,
And
he's got
a
an album.
picture of him showing one of these African orphans their photo on a camera.
Yes.
They
Oh
had
my
digital
gosh.
cameras by now. Like,
Yeah.
every single, like, hashtag white girl goes to Africa that I've ever known has
Absolutely.
so many of those photos.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of, like, not tasteful shit. I know he does. And it, like, Marco, and I love that you said this episode, Emily, because actually, like, it is very in line with his personality at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he goes to whatever university that's close, Toronto, whatever the fuck school him and Ellie go to, and he's in a business program or something.
And then
Or
he
is that
becomes a
Paige?
teacher.
Is that
He's
right? He
in
is. Paige is in Banting, but, like,
Yeah.
she comes back.
Yeah.
And I think that Marco says that, like, he's in a program too. Like, he's not in a teaching program. I would
Mhm.
remember that. He's not in a teaching program.
He's at teacher college.
He's at teacher college. They just don't make a big deal out of it. It's just like, it's whatever suits his personality for that episode. They're just gonna attach to him, because, like, we need something that he wants to aspire to, so we can call him Fruity, so we can have his dad, because, like, they do not stick to him being a social worker. They do
Yeah.
not hold that close to the chest.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that teacher is that far of a jump from, like,
It's-
starting college wanting to be a social worker.
It's not. It's just a similar vein.
Mhm.
I think that they don't commit to those hard, like, things with Marco's personality, because they want Marco's personality to be able to change and flux and all of that for as they need it to. So they don't need it to be too pinned down, because then they can change it later.
I think that's certainly possible. I also think that, like, in that volunteerism vein, like, I can see Marco starting to get into social work and then being like, oh, wait, this is really depressing. It's, like, not fun if it's more than, like, a summer.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Mhm.
I wouldn't disagree with that either. I think that I just definitely get bogged down by the episodic thing, and I'm like, some of this shit y'all are just throwing in there
Seriously.
so that y'all can bridge gaps.
Mhm.
The thing that makes you awesome is the thing that makes you suck always, and that includes the episodic nature of Degrassi.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I
Yeah.
absolutely agree with you there.
I mean, he's out though, so
I'm
he's
proud of
happy
him
about
for
that.
coming
I'm ha-
out.
and then like the
It had to
the
happen
most
sometime.
the biggest right had to happen sometime in the most like the gayest way. Honestly,
Mhm.
I don't know how you could have been
Like,
gayer unless it was
wearing
like
tights.
a musical and you sang it. That might have upped a gay, like might have threw it up a gay point. But you're still like the gay points have pretty much been maxed out. Like you can't really
Yes.
go any gayer for a coming out announcement.
Mm-hmm.
So he's literally wearing puffy sleeves too.
He's wearing puffy sleeves. It
And
does
it's
not get
not-
gayer than Hamlet in sleeves.
And even if we like completely ignore the fact that it's for a play, it's not the worst outfit we've ever seen from Marco.
I prefer this style on him. You know what? If he straight face came into school with that, I would be like,
You know,
you know what? Fuck it. Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, everybody else
he
would be beating
needs to
him up.
have. Yeah.
Someone needs to say some shit to him, but they're not gonna because they're fucking cowards.
His little. I was speaking of Marco's outfits in this episode. I'm tandem watching Degrassi and Glee at the same time, and I think that really it makes it much more of an experience. But
That sounds like purgatory.
it's a
Like
purgatory watching
complimentary.
experience. It's like getting punched repeatedly in the face.
Where are you in Disney right now?
We just finished season 1 and we are just a couple episodes into season 2. But this episode had a lot of Marco outfits that really reminded me of Kurt in his straight Kurt era. His skirt era.
I have to go back and watch Glee.
There were like all of his little hats and the jackets that are zipped all the way up to the top of his neck.
It's almost like a priest collar. Yeah.
Yes, it's really excellent.
There's a name for that, obviously, and I don't, and I'm sure I know it somewhere in the recesses of my fucking brain. But I mean, I guess speaking about wardrobe, do we have any more
I was gonna say,
A plot to talk about, or do we want to slide into fashion?
I would like to issue a retraction on my statement that it's giving Ashley, because it's not giving Ashley, it's giving Caitlin Ryan. It's giving. I know what I can do here is give advice.
I know.
Though I am the worst person to give this advice because I am not. This is not my giving relationship advice when my relationship is in le shit. Like both times. That's what
Caitlin is the most like entitled advice giver of anyone I've ever seen in my life. It's
just
crazy.
jet off to a different country.
My life
with no context.
I will tell you how to run your life.
I too am having travel related melancholies. Like I don't know.
You should go meet like a boy from Yellowknife.
Yeah, he's just it's just like, Caitlin, just shut the fuck up.
And Marco too. Let's not.
No.
But other than my retraction there, I don't have
anything.
Oh, I should pull up my fashion screenshots, huh?
Oh yes. Pull up your fashion screenshots. Oh, I have been accidentally using voice to text this entire time.
Oh my god.
That's
like
beautiful.
Jesus. I mean, kudos to your voice to text for like picking all that shit up.
Emily, do you want to kick us off with your first fashion?
Okay, so my first and biggest one, which is the one that I mentioned earlier. I don't know if there's a way for me to like share or not, but I'll just talk about it anyways. At 12 minutes in, Marco's little getup with his jacket and his bracelet and his hat is so straight Kurt Hummel. And I feel like it says a lot about where he's at in his arc. to me personally.
Mm.
He's very suppressed, but also very gay.
I actually liked, not necessarily, like, it looked good on Marco. It doesn't feel as unnatural as some of his other stuff. He's wearing that, it was the style at the time where, like, the body, his first outfit, where, like, the body is white and then the sleeves are green. And he's got
like
the
a
belt.
varsity.
Yes.
And he's, of course, rocking khakis again, because if there's one thing Marco Del Rossi's going to do, it's wear some fucking khakis.
Branded khakis.
With
There's a red brand name.
with his little bang bump.
Yes.
It's
He's
such
looking like,
a
with your
good
hair like
moment.
that, you kind of look like Emma.
Yes.
This is a good season for Marco's hair.
Like, this is a really good Marco's hair era for sure. Oh, his little outfits. Same with him. Like, I feel like the hats need a moment of their own for this episode. There are so many great hats.
Oh gosh, Tim's hat.
Tim's little crooked hat kills me every time I watch this episode. It's just so silly.
Yeah.
Like, we are totally straight.
We are straight.
We are
This is what
straight,
straight
guys.
people wear.
I have Emma's like tie-dye, like pink. I guess more it's like ombre. It's got like light pink and then like pale pink and then like a brighter pink on the bottom. And it's when she's hanging the poster and Peter Devil walks by. And we don't see her full outfit, so this looks like one of those like wrap shirts.
Oh yes, I'm looking at it.
Like that might possibly wrap into like a V-neck of some sort.
The shrug.
Yeah.
Almost.
Like, yeah, that kind of vibe. And like I can really only see it in profile. I don't know what it looks like head on like that, but it's not the most flattering shirt that Emma's worn. It's kind of got a lot of loose, like extra fabric, and it's just not that great on her. Also, I'm confused about the season again. She can like go from wearing a long sleeve shirt to like, a tank top and a mini skirt, and it's like, I sweat. If it's hot outside, I'm gonna be dressed appropriately.
Is not
long
real
sleeves
in this
are for
universe.
fall.
Yeah.
No, and Canada apparently has like 3 different weather patterns at any
Yes.
given time. So
Yes. Precisely.
I
Oh my
have
god.
Emma's, like, when she's selling tickets.
yes,
She's very like Miss American, like girl next door this season.
very much so. She's leaning into the basics, except for whatever that pink shit was. This is very like, simple. The khaki skirt, obviously. I love a mini skirt. I don't know why she paired it with those yellow, like upturned ballet flats. I actually really used to hate when ballet flats would come pre-upturned. I hated that because then no matter how much you wore them, they'd be like rocking and just upturned from the concrete, and then like they're just worn out in the middle. It's dumb. But yeah, and I think they're like those sporty ones with the strap over the foot. I'm so glad that we don't wear these kind of shoes. Ballet flats are making a comeback. They have like tried to make like 4 or 5 comebacks now. Please stop.
I don't
Dear
mind
God.
good ballet flat.
At least this ballet flat, because people love 2000s core.
Yes.
And like they want to do the Skechers ballet flat hybrids. We don't want to remember the Skechers ballet flat hybrids.
To remember them.
Okay.
This is just a really great time capsule of like some of the best moments of my childhood fashion, but also, definitely some of the darkest times. The cursed ballet flats are one of those. I don't understand how I would go to school and wear those for like 8 hours straight.
Sweaty.
be okay
Rubbing.
after all of that, and I would judge
Mhm.
people who wore the peekaboo socks because I thought they looked weird.
Right, yeah,
That's
those
a
little
bad look.
I don't
Like,
like right, that's a really weird decision because, like, you had those, like, those shoes that were, like, sneaker shoes that, like, they had the look of ballet flats because I had a couple pairs. They had the look of ballet flats, but they were sneakers. They were, like, sneaker flats. You could wear socks with those, but I feel like the natural, like, true like, actual ballet flats, patent leather or pleather, whatever, do not wear peekaboo. Do not wear socks with those. Your feet need to sweat like everybody else's.
right.
You need to break those
Yes.
in and, like, have
Yes.
those stains, those sweat stains in there.
Right. I honestly like the regularity with it, which I will go without socks, because like if it's not a boot or a sneaker, I don't want visible sock.
Mhm.
And even then, like I mean, and a boot's not gonna have visible sock. But like even then, like if I'm wearing a pair of sneakers with like a skirt,
You just skip the socks.
unless it's like a very no, normally I just wear a pair of tights.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. I feel like
Like
that's a good yeah.
unless it's that very specific, like perfectly crisp white ankle sock. Or you're going for knee socks. And I'm 37 years I'm not 37 yet. I'm 36 years old, god damn it.
Do not you've aged
I do
yourself
not need
rapidly.
right? I am 30 or 40 years old. I do not
Do
need
not
to be wearing knee socks. Like
I think that's why I like high tops so much because it like I can wear whatever socks I want.
Yeah.
Because
I
when I
hate
do a
not
low
wearing socks.
yeah, because sensory wise, if my foot slips around in a sneaker, I'm gonna vomit.
well, and that's why I don't really wear sneakers unless I'm like doing sneaker activities.
Sneaker activities.
I'll be honest, I spend so much time at my own home, not out and about, that I just wear slippers everywhere all the time.
No judgment on that. Like none whatsoever.
My slippers hate to
also-
see me coming.
It's also a really big fashion trend here in Oregon to wear socks with your sandals. Like,
I've always like that's probably like my worst fashion take is I do like socks with sandals. Like socks with Birkenstocks, a look.
I agree. I don't
Caroline's
wear
over here
my
disgusted.
Birkenstocks without socks.
Caroline's disgusted.
I just really don't enjoy feet, and I don't like my own feet, and I don't want to be affronted by them. My own
Like
home.
I hide from my own feet.
I hide from my own feet because I don't like them. I was also a dancer for a while.
Oh,
and I
so
feel
you
like
have
it
feet core.
permanently
You
is,
have
like,
feet trauma. That's
I have foot
probably where
trauma.
it stems from. Thank you for explaining that. Because dancers, yes, and honestly, weirdly enough, like any sort of like show, like theater as well. I saw way too many pairs of feet, just like in my time is. Because I mean, there's
Yeah.
dancing involved in most musical productions, so people will, depending on who you are, you get really into it, and you get your jazz shoes, or you get your. I had a friend who
Oh, I still
literally
have
would
mine.
dance in her paws.
Oh,
And then when I went to college and I did a dance troupe, I had many friends who danced in their paws or barefoot, and they would walk around the studio barefoot and walk around the high school barefoot. Like I don't know what it is about people who dance when they're like, my feet must not be
My
contained.
cannot.
You must
Probably
see my dogs.
the amount of pressure on their feet is like painful. They're like, I can't wear shoes. It hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, for dance troupe, yes. For musical theater, we were just being dramatic. Put on
Yeah.
your jazz shoes and stop.
It was
Put the dance paws
really-
away. This
As
is not the
someone
right
who,
floor
like,
for
did
that.
both dance and theater, it was always really funny to watch the theater kids learn basic
Right.
dance terminology for the first time and then let it all go to their head.
That's my
so
yeah.
fast.
My theater teacher made us learn a combo as a part of the
Yeah.
audition. Like you could not get past. And I remember the first time I auditioned, I'm like, well, I'm fucked. And then I'm like, but you were a cheerleader, bitch. You know choreography. You can pick up choreography. You just get out of
We're
your
on
own
the
head.
Spirit squad.
But it is a lot to dance, and like you develop the sense of over important, like, oh, okay, I'm a dancer, but like,
I'm
yeah,
a
the
dancer
foot
now.
trauma is real. Like, why are all your feet out?
Yeah.
No.
Please put those away.
Put the dogs away. Yeah.
Just like don't wear sandals though. I'm sorry, socks and sandals is not
Did
a
you
good
see me
step.
wear? Well, okay, so on our road trip, I didn't wear socks with my sandals because they were like they had a thong in the middle of my toes. So I like those sandals because I can walk and run in those. I can run. It's like how people are like, put your Crocs in sport mode. I just clench my toes and I can run. But like, and I would never wear socks with those because you can't, no. But like when the footbed is open fully, yeah, I'm gonna slide some socks on with that.
It's just so funny because like we just have
It gives you grip too.
such specific people will probably judge you here if you don't wear socks with your sandals, depending on the kind of sandals that you wear. Because like I don't know. It's also just like the weather is weirdly suited for it. So,
Like it
like,
kind of
you
matches
wear
up with
a
the lifestyle.
sweatshirt with shorts and socks with sandals, and that's all you need to get by.
That
I
kind
mean,
of
I
sucks.
fuck with a sweatshirt with.
I know.
I mean, I don't wear shorts, but a sweatshirt and this like mini skirt, fuck yeah. But
Wait, that was high school, because you wear a skirt, and then you could just put a hoodie over it.
Yes.
Yeah,
no,
favorite.
I have this cute little like bright pink mini skirt that I love to wear with my Milklechuck hoodie.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
I've been really loving getting to season 10 and seeing all of the rampant business casual
I know, right?
everywhere.
When it's
It
just
was
like, why are you guys all dressed for an audit?
a really sacred era in Degrassi fashion, for sure.
Speaking of sacred, just so I don't have too many more fashion. I feel like I want to just do my two Mannies because they're very similar. I know that we see Manny's outfit in my second one, but my first one we don't see Manny's outfit. We just see her chick top.
I hate
Her
that.
green chick top. Okay, so I like the off the shoulder. I love that kind of top. That's like one of my favorite like silhouettes of a blouse. I could never wear it very well. Like I did it. I will show you the picture of the one movie that I did when I was a kid, and this was kind of the vibe of the shirt that I wore, but it just had a sleeve. It had a bell sleeve, but I love a one sleeve, and I just like the way it looks on her. I don't necessarily like the chick. I like the green. If it was just a plain green shirt,
Or if it said
yeah.
Clovers.
I kind of thought it did say Clovers. I'm not gonna lie. It's giving Clovers, and also her hair looks so much better. Oh my god! She found a straightener.
I really, really love this hair.
She found a straightener.
I just realized, I think part of why I hate that style might be, so that was really popular when I was in like 6th and 7th grade when all of us were still flat.
Yeah.
And so like girls would wear it and it looks really weird.
Yeah.
You're just
on
bored,
the body
flat.
of a prepubescent girl.
Yes.
It does. That's fair. I have the picture to prove that.
I think that like tainted that for me because it was so prevalent.
Yeah, you could see my little darts but like that's all they were, like just I had nothing else. I was very and that's exactly probably why I'm like, I don't want to relive this memory of me. It's like a bright blue off the like bell off the shoulder with like daisies on it. It's a really like bold shirt, and I am flat as a board. I think I was like 11 when I'm wearing that shirt. So yeah, that's you have flashbacks. It's same as feet trauma. You have flashbacks.
Yes.
Got it. And my second is the shirt that she's wearing when Emma sets her the fuck up. It's the yellow, and she's got like a woman with an afro, beautiful afro, like stamped. What I think this was a pretty popular like.
Yeah.
This right, like sort of the double. So it kind of reminds me of the Gnarls Barkley video, the Crazy video. That's what it's giving. And she's just wearing basic jeans, and it's like more of like a midriff shirt because we see her a little swath of belly, but I'm like, I like the cool shirts, Manny. Like, these are some standout graphic tees. I mean, I guess you can more call the first one like a graphic, like, tank top, but still.
I have Paige's outfit, like, when they're walking in to go do the play.
Yes.
I really like that blue on her. I really like the cut of the blouse. If I wore that necklace, I would self-delete. Like, if I had to wear that,
Yes.
that looks so annoying.
Yeah.
It's like either a flower or a butterfly that's, like, on her neck. It's not it looks
It's
miserable.
a lot. It's not
There's a lot going on. This is an
flattering.
era of a statement.
It's got like it's like beaded or something.
Yeah,
It's blue looks nice on her.
blue looks really nice on her. That shade in particular is a really good shade.
It's like a
for
very
her,
like upbeat blue. Yeah.
but that necklace is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's not cute enough to make wearing it worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. In that same scene, Marco and his fucking acid wash cut off jeans, an army hat, another one of those like priestly zip up with the collar, and he's got to wear the belt. He just fucks with this belt right now.
This outfit just really kills me.
It's just kind of like
It's so straight Kurt Hummel to me. Like, this is who he is.
He better not
this
be wearing
moment.
He's wearing flip-flops. All right.
He
Never
looks
mind.
like a youth pastor.
He does. He does. Oh, I know. Yeah. It's the sandals for me. Why are you wearing these sandals, Marco? Why do we wear flip-flops with everything? Is the real question. Because flip-flops just fundamentally don't match with this vibe. You don't look like you're going to the beach, which is really the only appropriate for me to wear flip-flops now. Hell no. The party scene has so many fucking outfits. And it's a background character, but I'm gonna call this girl out. She's got like a black and white and like a pink blocking situation going on. It's like she's right next to Emma when Emma walks in. And it's like this, it's really bad. I don't even know. It's like abstract on a top, abstract art on a top with a lot of boxes. And then she's also carrying this really hard, I like a magazine cutout, like printed bag. Like it looks like somebody cut a bunch of magazines out, threw it on a bag. And I know that was a thing I don't like. I never liked it. And it clashes, it clashes.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Emma's dress?
We can.
So, is it just lingerie? Like, is she just wearing a negligee, or is it like, would it not look so much like that in a different color?
I would like to see it in a different color. If it was like, honestly, even white, just like go the opposite. If it was white, I don't think she would wear it. Right. Because I feel like you would be able to see too much.
Yeah.
Like, this looks
like it's kind of like a pool cover up.
Right.
Like,
I mean, it's not like it's too well tailored to be, but
it's too what? Yes, but right, but like the coverage that she's actually getting, like there's sheerness. Like I see her leg underneath the skirt, and there is a similar like underneath the body, like at the top, like her sternum, I guess. There's
But like, no, if I were to like walk out into the living room in a dress like that and be like, hey babe, how do I look? My husband would think that I was like trying to invite him to Pound Town.
Yeah.
He would be like, oh, you're wearing lingerie. Like, okay.
Are you trying to seduce me?
Let's go.
Yeah.
And if I was like, no, I thought I would wear this to the party we're going tonight, he would be like,
you're out of your
mind. Did you not tell me we're going to like a kink party? And I'd say, no, you know, Peter's dad's out of town. would be like, no, that is not appropriate to wear to a
To
party. Period, especially one full of high schoolers. You're 36 years old.
Seriously.
Peter's dad's out of town. Yeah, it does kind of give like corset and that, like, you know, it is supposed it's sexy.
Yeah.
But I'm just
It's
like,
her like coquetteness coming through. I feel like she also has this like holier than thou way that she dresses almost in this era. It's like sexy, but also like I saw this on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because like she looks good in the dress. She doesn't, at least in the screenshot I have, she does not look like comfortable.
No, she looks like she's on a mission. Motivated to
This is what makes it so much more calculated, like what you were saying earlier. Like the things that she does are so thought through down to the wardrobe.
Yeah, I'm sure Manny didn't approve that.
Yeah.
I'm sure she led with the, you know, like, I've got the perfect dress. Yeah, it's
Or
very...
she pulled a Manny and like changed after she left.
Oh no. Can you imagine? Where is she gonna change? Like,
At the
she ducking into the dot bathroom, giving Spinner a fucking heart attack.
Does that
There we
make
go,
an
some
episode?
spamalore. Some spamalore. There we go. I've got to give kudos to the Shakespearean costumes, the Hamlet costumes. I mean, obviously Marcos, we did talk about it. I don't know why I'm loving him in a collar, like one of the like the
I think it suits him.
It does. I vibe with the period wear, and it is so like the fabrics and stuff used. It looks like this is a very like true to period costume. Like they might have even worn this in a movie or something. As good of, like this quality is like maybe too good for a high school production. That's not even really a whole production. It's literally just a scene. Maybe they're seen carrying them in because they rented them or something. I would believe that. These look like the kind of quality costumes you rent.
You would not send the costumes from your theater department home with students.
Yes.
Right.
But
no, you wouldn't.
That's like sending them all to the rental place themselves.
Yeah, because like obviously it's Degrassi's hosting this, but we haven't really seen the extent of Degrassi's drama capabilities yet. So we don't. For all we know, they've got like. For all we saw, but like. Yeah, but did we really?
No, we saw Emma getting gonorrhea.
We saw gonorrhea, and the play was just a pretense. But the costumes were actually kind of good in Dracula too. I don't know. Maybe they have a really big fucking costume budget. But I like
can't put the middle schoolers in their own school, but we got the best costume department in all of Toronto.
Period accuracy. I mean, Paige honestly could wear her costume to school and I wouldn't be fucking mad at it.
She looks so good.
She does. She really does. And I think it's also because she's got the proud mom face on that she looks so good in the shot. But it's like her little tiara and her hair pulled back and her curls and just the collars are working for these people. I mean, you know, Craig's got the like pilgrim collars more than Elizabeth. But like, I'm loving the high collar. I'm loving the satin.
It really works for them.
It really, yeah.
It does. It does. Like, we're thriving. Marco should just wear this to school every day, and I would be happier than the shit he's wearing right now. But we will get better with. I don't think we'll get better with his wardrobe. It's fine.
Does anybody have more fashion?
I don't think so.
I do not.
In that case, I have a Heather Sinclair hypothesis. We'll see if you can see it when I hold it up. But this young lady behind Snake, who I do believe is our 30-year-old high school student. And so
I had to check in.
I'm just I think that could be Heather Sinclair.
I agree. Just because I do.
I
That's a
concur.
reason
I
to many.
concur.
I
Yes.
concur.
But well, yeah. I mean, thank you for that sighting, and I guess now
Thank you.
let's head on down to where the shots are fired.
Pew, 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 pew.
Shots fired.
So I only have 3.
Oh, I have like 12.
Oh, please
Okay.
share. I was
Yeah,
like
'cause
perusing and
4,
trying
I
to pay
have
attention
4.
to shots fired, but I may have also misinterpreted what you meant by that. So I'd love to hear what you guys said.
It's very open-ended.
Do you want to give your 4 and then I'll just fill in the gaps?
Totally. Love that.
Okay.
Okay, so I have Emma saying, "What are you, the Leaning Tower of Peter? It's completely crooked." And right after that, "But it's fun. Never, 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 never." And I have Manny saying, "Baby, that is a telephone, and you might want to use it to call the men in white coats because they pick up."
Yeah.
I love her. I love her so fucking much.
I really love her. Wow. That's really good.
It is. I chuckled. Like, I don't always chuckle because it just took me the fuck off guard. And I mean, this was just me being like, okay, I have to put one that Marco said, but it obviously not one that's like a slur or like I just don't agree with. But I thought this one was good. Marco saying, "What if you already have one? Her, a gay man.
Yes.
I mean, or a gay bee in
A
your
gay
house.
man.
I'm gay, Dad."
I'm gay, Dad.
So I got, because it is a shot fired. I mean, it's not like a zinger, but like it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Marco, for a parent to raise a homosexual, it's like a failure, an embarrassment.
Yeah.
And then, when Emma says to Peter, it wasn't a date, it was an appraisal.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
And
He's
then
the worst.
I am personally gonna fire shots at Marco for that Yoda impersonation.
Oh yes.
Huh?
Memorize lines we must.
When Emma goes up to Peter when he's talking to that girl in the hallway and she's like, "Am I interrupting?" And he goes, "Only slightly."
Yeah.
Um,
That girl had horrible highlights. Sidebar.
yeah, she did. No, they were really, really bad.
They were terrible, and you didn't deserve that, Stray. But also, you kind of did because you did it.
Yeah, shots fired at those highlights. It's him being like, "What do you think, Marco? You know about acting, pretending to be someone you're not."
Tim was
Crazy.
I have Emma saying, Manny asks how you spell detest, and Emma goes, "Detest as in hate, Peter."
That's like the 12th Peter reference in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
You good?
And then I have, did you get awesome shots of his flat, goofy butt?
Did you drink awesome shooters?
Here's your awesome
awesomeness.
puppy.
Yeah.
Awesome shooters. Was it an awesome party? I'm
And
really
then-
glad that you also thought of that. Because
Yes. Yep. Just right in the dome.
Honestly, Degrassi walked so Mean Girls could run.
Well,
yes.
I mean, no, really, Jawbreaker walked so Mean Girls could run, and Heather's walked so Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker.
Yes.
Heather's.
So forth and so
yes.
on, but
Oh, Heather's is so good. I love Heather
yeah, I
so
prefer
much.
Jawbreaker though.
Okay, but it's just because the color palette is nicer.
And it may be because I saw it first, and like
I think I saw Heather's first. I saw Jawbreakers after that. My mom really loves Heather's, but then I just kind of stole it and made it more of my personality
Yeah.
than she did.
But,
So-
like,
I understand.
Jawbreaker, and especially like it was years before I saw Jawbreaker not on cable. And so like I knew that they were like censoring shit, but like I love when there's the line in Jawbreaker when Rose McGowan's like, "Everything is peachy fucking keen," but
yeah.
on cable it's peachy fuzzy keen.
Oh no.
And like, I don't know.
When
I
they
gotta
really went out of the way to make you not know.
Yeah.
flip this spit. Forget you.
Flip this spit. No. Yeah, Heather's.
I think Heather Sinclair was the original. Heather Sinclair was the original Heather.
It's canon.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't seen any evidence that supports that that's not true.
Right.
I do also have I'd like to submit for the approval of your mom's Pahdcast Society a
Mhm.
black hole, and that is Papa Del Rossi's accent
Oh my Marco.
because it like it has been like
Oh, Marco, for doing
really
this, I'm proud of
funny.
you. For running,
Oh
I'm
my
proud of
God.
you. But if you drop out,
then you're a quitter and a loser.
Oh my God.
accepted. Because what the fuck, you're not wrong at all.
That's really funny.
It pulled a
When we
Houdini.
first meet him, he has a significantly stronger accent than by the last time we see him.
By this episode, he damn near sounds like a fifth generation Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Marco, I will not have my son doing drama.
It's like he is able to complete like how he is articulate. Yeah, they're like, we can't risk people not like, we got to turn down the accent so that we know that people understand what's going on here, because it's too damn much what he usually does. It's too damn much.
Marco, help your mama make the pasta.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Mr. Del Rossi.
Beautiful black hole.
That was a really good one.
But yeah, so as I feel like I usually determine which we do first as far as the super bummers
Yeah.
or shining stars. So you determine.
Super bummers.
Okay.
Super bummers. I'm into
All right.
it.
Oh, I was just quoting
Yeah.
super bummer, but
A super
because I have
bummer.
made the decision by quoting it.
Yes.
So who bums you out this episode, Emily?
Who bums me out? Probably Tim. I feel like Tim mostly exists to be a bummer. Also, what happens to him after this? We just never
No.
get any
just
Tim
camping out
closure.
behind the dot.
He's just like,
Yeah. He just
He
came to
doesn't-
read
he
Marco
comes back.
fulfill.
Poor
He's going to
Tim.
come back and do it again.
He comes
Yeah.
back and then he's jerked around by Marco.
Yeah.
But
And then
like
he's like, okay, bro, go
then
fuck
he's
that
like,
Dylan
yeah.
guy.
Just go fuck right off.
Tim is a super bummer. I feel like naturally Marco's dad being the way he is a super bummer, dude. Also Emma's entire arc.
Yep.
right,
Emma's a bummer.
bums you
Peter's
out.
a bummer.
Peter's a bummer.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. Marco bummed me out, but I don't, because I'm not gonna put him like I feel like he pushed through and he got what he needed for himself. And I have to he was a shining star for that. What more bums me out is the whole Tim of it all.
Yes.
And the Tim was like a means to an end sort of thing. That's the only thing that bums me out about Marco, is like, damn, did you have to do Tim like that?
Yeah.
But
oh no, don't do Tim like that. He's such
Tim.
a great, interesting guy.
All right, well, I mean, I know my shining star. I know my top shining star. Well,
What's your top shining star?
Snake.
Yes.
Okay.
Snake was all of us in the audience, like,
yes.
Oh shit, it's happening.
Right.
I love this. I'm so happy I'm here for this. And it was so wholesome. And it made me happy.
I gotta give it to Paige too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Paige was pretty great. And Craig.
Yes,
Frank was
Paige and
really
Craig.
good.
Craig was ready to beat somebody's ass
Yeah.
on
He's like
Tim's behalf.
fisticuffs.
For Tim, always 10 toes down for Tim. Yeah, no.
Goes down for Tim.
Okay, well, that's a sticker now.
I really love that.
That's how it feels. He's like, why I oughta.
Well, Emily, then to quote another franchise that we tend to get sucked into on this show, once we make those stickers, I'll send you a copy.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we really do. Like PLL,
Scream,
Scream,
6 Feet Under,
6 Feet Under. We haven't
Degrassi.
had an HSM in a while.
We haven't
But
had
that's the
HSM in a while.
lifeblood of this show, though.
But that's
So
coming, and actually we can spoil it because it will have aired by the time this comes out.
mhm.
January Film Club is gonna
It's
be
the
Sharpay's
Sharpay's
Fabulous
Fabulous
Adventure.
Adventure.
Oh my god.
There's
Speaking
2 Degrassi alum in
Speaking
there.
of high school theater, you guys would love to know that in my school's production of High School Musical, I played Sharpay.
I
That
love
is
that so much.
pertinent info for me. Beautiful.
Is there a video?
They're somewhere out there. I don't have it,
Somewhere
but one of my friends
out
definitely
there.
has the DVD of this performance, and I have so many pictures. Oh my god. I could probably make a stop motion recreation with all the
Right,
pictures
from
I
all
have.
the photographs. No, I love
Yeah.
that so much.
We
I love that
Avis
so
can
much.
tell you because she's seen it firsthand. The opening number to High School Musical 3 is like my get pumped song.
She knows it
love that.
all. She
I
knows
love
it
that so
all. I'm pretty
much.
sure
I
it's on her
listened to it.
TikTok.
Yeah, it is on our TikTok. I listen to it before every job interview, any audition I've done in like the last 15 years,
Mhm.
anything I need to like power
Pump
up for. I'm like,
yeah.
this is the last chance to get it right. Every time.
Yes.
Yes.
Are
Oh,
there any
that's
more
incredible.
shining stars?
Do we say Manny for not picking Emma's
Mhm.
ass? Okay, cool. All right. Yep, I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
In that case, there's one question left to ask.
Does it go there?
Does it go there?
I'm gonna say yes.
I think it does. I think
Well,
this
yeah.
This is definitely a quintessential episode of any show that has a gay character, but they do
Mhm.
it in a new and funky way.
Mm-hmm.
And also just like content wise, like
Yeah.
it doesn't just have Marcos coming out. It has homeless LGBT
Yeah.
youth. And it's got Emma being the worst friend ever. And you know what?
Yes.
That best friend betrayal is some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
And is it the goingest there part of this episode? No, but it speaks to my personal trauma.
Yeah, no, seriously. That shit is real and it is intense and fuck that.
Yeah.
I think
There's-
you go say.
Yeah. There's a lot of trauma and stuff. I would argue that the point at which this episode goes the most there is when Emma's leaving the decrepit basement in which Peter is being forced to stay, and she turns around
Smile.
and slowly holds up her phone and says, "Smile," takes a picture and walks out. Like, what in the fuck?
Choices were made.
Right. And she didn't even get a full body. From how far away she was, unless she zoomed in, she should have gotten his feet to head.
Yeah, his little sad.
We don't see that she zoomed in. We just see that she opened the camera and took the picture. I don't know. We'd have heard a couple buttons pressing if she was zooming. I don't think the zoom was if that was like an option for you to be able to
Yeah.
zoom. I doubt it.
If there was, it was like one zoom in,
One
one zoom
zoom.
out.
And cut out. Get in, get out, bitch. Yeah, right. Like there's from
Like
that
there was normal,
distance.
back one, forward one.
That
Mhm.
sounds
it.
about right. The distance of which she should have taken a full length photo of him, but it's fine. She needed her little pocket shot so that she could just pull her phone out and look at him.
Right. I was like, maybe I've forgotten and like Manny's gonna see it.
No,
No, Manny's just gonna. God, I hate this arc.
I know.
Yeah, it's a bad one. Ah, God. It's so hard to like Emma in this era.
Yeah. It is solid villain era. No longer is she the cool girl standing up for menstruation.
Yeah.
It was like she peaked in coming of age.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Emily, thank you so much
Oh,
for coming
man.
on
Wow.
and giving us like
You guys, thanks for having me.
So if you're we love you clearly.
we will so have you
We
back.
just held you high. Yes,
Me
we will
back
absolutely have
anytime.
you
Oh my
back.
God. This has seriously been so much fun. I'm
Yes,
really
it's been a ball.
excited to have even been here.
This
No,
is
actually, no.
great.
Thank you for coming and like being so great and having a great conversation.
Yeah,
You
of course. I have been like looking everywhere for people to even talk to about this kind of thing, and it's been so much fun to talk to people who understand.
right?
So,
Who get deep with you.
yeah.
You like this shit? Like, yeah,
I
we
need to
focus
start
on.
looking at season 6 and give me some episodes
Yeah.
to go into.
Absolutely.
Yes, please
Oh
let
my
us
God.
know. Honestly, we'll be here before we know it. Like season 5 is already rolling. So yes,
Crazy.
please
And
let
I
us
don't
know.
know if you are like on Facebook, but we do have like an awesome Facebook group where we do like caption contest, and that's
fun.
where we pull our like trivia contestants from. So if you're at all
okay.
on
Yes.
Facebook and want
We
to
would
join our
love you
group,
to
we'd
have
love
you
to have you.
on for trivia. That would be so fun.
That would be really fun. I do have a Facebook account. I never use it, but I would just for this. I use it
Word.
for Facebook groups, so that's perfect.
Yes, that's honestly for me. That's what Facebook is good for.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
the groups. So no, thank you,
Yay!
and we will have you back soon.
You want to tell our listeners where they can find you?
Oh yes, I am Emhahee, EMHAHEE on all platforms. Literally any platform you can think of. I'm probably on there with that username.
Like
I try to jump
all.
on and snag it before anyone can
Yes.
take it.
Yes.
So follow me everywhere. I make silly videos and I talk about shows and sing songs.
And just really
And
great
it's
and involved.
delightful
And we
and
have a good
adorable,
time.
and yes.
Aw, thank you. This has been a delight. Oh, do you want me
Yes.
to read the
Real quick, let me do the. I mean, I
The
guess you
first
could
part.
lead us.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it would be weird since your mom isn't joining us on the show next week. It would probably be weird for you to read that part.
Yes. You can read the sponsored by.
Join me and my mom next week, you guys.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to your mom's Pahdcast. Join us and our moms next week as Spinner chooses between Darcy and Jay, and Jimmy chooses between Hazel and Ellie in Redemption Song.
This episode of Your Mom's Pahdcast was made possible in part by the Toronto Shakespeare aficionados, P-Flag, and support from listeners like you.
Boom.
Love it.
Wow!
We would like to take a moment to thank our Patreon subscribers. Tay,
Evie,
Miranda,
and an extra special thank you to our TiddySnake producers, Alyka,
Brandi,
Chelsea,
Corrie.
and Tawny. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you guys. Love you.
If you'd like to further support our show, you can find us on TikTok and Facebook as Your Mom's Pahdcast. We also have a Facebook group of the same name. And you can find us on Instagram at YMPadcast. Your Mom's Pahdcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Subscriptions and reviews are another great free way to support us. However, if you're interested in supporting us in not free ways, we have a lot of great bonus content on our Patreon, and some great merch at our shop, which can be found at your-moms-padcast-shop.fourthwall.com. And remember, that's Pahdcast. Pahdcast. Thank you.